Alright, so welcome to another video, but here is on building this portfolio using Nuxt 3. So let me open up here the Visual Studio Code. Alright, it seems is loading. Why it doesn't show that? Okay, what about now? There you got it. Okay, cool. So let me here now is from Nuxt portfolio. Here is just to run is the performance npm run dev, so it will run the dev server with Nitro. All right, and also loading all of the Tailwinds CSS files. So okay, that's good, because I'm using right now is this website, okay, as an inspirational for my own landing page. So when I navigate to the localhost 3000 here, that's right. So I got this, okay, and the whole point of this is to show this image, okay. But we already have modified the navbar with the about portfolio and contact, okay, with the about portfolio and contact, and see how can we modify is the background here, okay, particularly using the Tailwinds CSS. So when you look at the doc here, and for example, editor setup using preprocessors, optimizing subgrade guides, utility first, customization, the configuration here. So for example, if I want to use a different theme, let me first look at the code and identify what is the, okay, I love it. What is the component that we're using here, as well as the theme if we're using some kind of thing here. All right, background white. All right, so we got a background white here, and some dialogue here as well to show up, and some class here, which is the content itself. So I'm assuming that this is the header, the navbar. That's right. Also the dialogue, and this is the header, by the way. Oh, okay. This is the header, and actually is showing is this. Equals transform with GPU overflow header blur. And okay, so this is this particular style provide here. So meaning that both of these styles is this background here. So it's this background here. Exactly, because it's loading is this kind of thing. So it's loading is this icon here, and here is showing this icon here. Okay, so for example, if we remove this element here. So this and this will have no more of that background. Okay, great, cool. Because what we can do here is now using is some strong background like this. So this kind of color. Another great thing is that with Tailwind, we can see is the theme that we're using, right? So for example, if we say background current for this, and here we say is background current, okay? So we'll have this kind of background. Again, it's too dark. It's way too dark. So we will like something more like this. Okay. To match this kind of color here. So we can use this a more darker theme here. For example, background stone here. Okay, and here, if I now change the windows to this, we can see this, right? Okay. So from here, and then in the configuration, we can is now modify the theme for this, right? Border colors and typography, spacing, flexbox, layout, like this. Okay. Themes for this. So we provide a sensible default theme with a very generous set of values to get you started. But don't be afraid to change it or extend it. So things like this. And the color, as well as the spacing, core plugin, and things like that. Use functions for top-level themes. Preferring the default themes for this. Disable an entire core plugin. Configuration reference for this. Alright. But let's going to keep things simple, very simple here. Okay. So in here, by keeping things way much simpler, is to now go to the configuration here, as well as the Tailwind. And from here, what you're gonna do in the navbar is provide a color like this. A color like this, but more like a in text. Okay, more like in text. So something like this. So text tone for that. So they should inherit all of that style, meaning they should be render is here. But it seems like overloading the current style there, so I will need to do things like this. No, not at all. Oh, because we're modifying is. Oh, okay. No, we're modifying is another thing. But this is on here, like this, as well as here, and also here, because this is on small layout. Okay. So for some reason it's not able to load that style because it still is using the text gray. Okay. Interesting. Okay, because it's using is that. I get it. Okay. So meaning that here it showed that properly. Okay. So with that, we already modified that. Okay, to look like more like this. In the reality, all right. The reality is that we want is to be full width for that. Okay, so let me use another thing for this. Text tone 4000. That's right about portfolio. It looks better. And they come to the background. It actually doesn't get all of that. Okay. Hi. Not sure if that's actually for the height. Being exactly. Hmm. It's because these elements are ready. Hey, will you? What the hell? It's not showing the proper. Okay, Jesus. Exactly. It's like no showing the proper. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Well, if that is the case, okay, if that is the case, if that is the case, meaning is that the place where we inject this is not full. Mhm. The place where we inject this is not full with. Meaning is that you can create a script here. Script setup. Script setup. And this is style here. Style scope where you say, hey, this div. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. So for some reason, the place that is injecting this, okay, the place that is being injected. Okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Unless we say something like this. It's because they're not using is that. Okay. No, it's because it's not using it there. Okay, doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Height, mean height screen, that's right, is because of this. This is the value, my friend. Okay, so there you got it. That's right. Oh, awesome. So now with this, um, I now can, instead of doing this self-align, which might be great for small components, but when it comes to large components, something like this, that's right. And here's what we're going to apply is a flex box, my friend. Here we say is div, alright, what you have is something like the class here, which is flex. And you get this element here, as well as an image here, something I'm going to explain that how we're going to do that. But we want is to take is the full width of this, my friend. Exactly. Okay, that kind of thing. This is a flex box where you have is this element, okay, as well as this element. For some reason we got is and the space that is left. Spacing. Okay, so layout here flexbox, flexbox growth, meaning is flexbox wrap, flex shrink, flex grow, no flex basis, flex direction, flex shrink, justify content, or in this case is align content, but justify content is something like space around, that's right. So justify around, justify no here, justify around, so it already have some space here, so it's split evenly. That's right, that's right. And instead of doing this as a text center, okay, so this is hidden. or enlarge. Okay, much better. And you got another element here, like this. That it will be show only on. So you will hide this on large screen. That's right. And then you got it, which is awesome. Perfect, perfect. So now let's talk about here more of this content. Like I am Ivan here in this case is I am Evelyn Gonzalez. Let me see if I can put that content here. I am Evelyn Gonzalez without a breaking line. Okay, so without breaking line. Something like a expandable element. No, okay. This may be on here, but yes, here we would like this just to present that like so, in this order. But when it comes to this, I want you to show that as an expand element, right? Exactly, like this. And here's where you can break line. You break line, there you go. So because this must be subtle, so remove is the ball. All right. And we're going to use is the same thing here, right? Which is text amber 300. That's right. It's too. Let me add some opacity here because it's too intense. It's too intense. Let's say opacity here. Opacity here. Opacity of this. It's too intense. Okay. Something like this. And Okay. And for the text color here, something like absolute here. Justify PPPP. The inline flex. Here is the text tone 100. Let's try. The same for this, as well as this. Very, very well. Very good. Text tone like 400, maybe. Okay. Yep. Text 400. Much better. Hi, I'm Elena Gonzalez, a full stack developer. That's right. It's because it doesn't exist. Okay. Great. So this is what we're gonna put here. Alright, so switch element here. Thanks to the critical rendering path that is actually doing that thing. So I am Angular Gonzalez. Gonzalez here with title. We're Gonzalez. Okay, I'm Angular Gonzalez. Full stack JS developer and consultant. Okay, so that's good. Here we're gonna put is an image of ourselves. So the point of this is that we're also going to do things like this. And meaning is that we're going to I don't think that actually exists in the case of typography. Typography, no, but this is more like font size. There you got it. I don't think you're doing it there. Really? Oh, where are you adding that, my friend? Margin bottom. I get it. Oh, okay, I get it, I get it. Yeah, because we already break line, so it doesn't follow the normal flow. Exactly. So we will have to paste this like this in an H2. Okay, and where we're gonna pass is this kind of text. And now the element should accept that. Okay. Well, so margin top 4. Okay. I agree. I agree. And here's where we're gonna paste our image here. But because we want this element to be on the left, none of this, by the way. So it will automatically put there. No. Maybe he's inherits something at the text center. Okay. Text. Text right. Text left. By the way. Exactly. Think like this. And this must be a very well round bottom. Border 4. Not that much, but and all must be uppercase. All of this must be uppercase. So uppercase, no? Okay, what about the font size? Font size. No, font family, font weight, font letter spacing, line height, screen, shadow, cloudy, typography, colors. Okay, let me look at the opacity here about the uppercase or text transformation. Uppercase. Yep, that's great. So uppercase. Much better here. Okie dokie. And we're gonna paste in some image here, like so. That image, of course, must be vectorized, and we're also gonna add these icons here. So what we can do is by adding is the image here. Okay. We can is do something like this. Meaning is we're gonna add this normally. But in here we're gonna say, hey, you know what? This is a flex. And we want to display where now this must be a width of 80%. Okay, 80% on the flex. On the flex. Okay. And when I look at this here, to understand more about the width, and more about the width. Flex 1, flex auto, flex initial. Okay, flex initial. Allowing elements to shrink but not grow. Okay, this is exactly our case. So here is this. So we're gonna wrap this on a one div element like this. So flex none. This is 1 and 2. And here's where we're gonna put the image. That way. Okay, and here's where we're gonna put our icons here, which is flex initial. Flex none and flex initial. It's not here. In fact, it's this. And flex initial. Without specifying all the here, but meaning is that exactly what it's gonna do. Okay. And that's right. But in our case, okay, we want is to show the image here. We can say something like this: flex none, and then flex initial like that, which just indicates the amount of width. All right, as well as the icon here. And we're gonna use this. That's right. Okay. Or another thing that we can do is append is a relative element here. Append a floating element here. Meaning is that we can then overlap that image here, and let's going to load this image here. Okay, so now it is time to load that image. Okay. So let me now send the image that we have in our folder here. Okay, in our folder. The image here in the folder. I think it's in camera. Wow. Okay. I should have that more closely. Mm, Modify. Okay. Yep. Much better. So maybe I can use one of this image. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, that might be one asset. So this may be one asset. One asset. Okay. So to put this here, and we can just then copy those image into the project structure, which is come on. All right, so then we can import this image. Okay, and do things like this. Hey, I just want to import this image here, like so. So this is an image that it won't load, of course, because it has a proper way to load this image. So if you want to load image, you need to specifically go to Nuxt and indicate which is the folder you want to hold static image. Okay, and now is something like this. You look at the docs, you get the guide here, as well as the directory structure, which is assets. Okay, so when you define here assets, image won't be served from the public. Image that won't be served from the public directory. If you want to serve assets from the server, we recommend taking a look at the public directory. Okay. Public directory is directory served at the serve root and contains public files that have to keep their names or likely won't change. Okay. So image are likely to that won't change. Okay. Please do it. Image that won't be served from public directory. Meaning is that we need to create is asset folder. So on the asset folder, okay. So on the asset folders, we can just move on to this, as well as this. And if you want to access that, okay, you want the build tool. Okay. So meaning if this is for the build tool, this is the way how you access this. However, if you want to the assets, okay. Okay, so image, we're going to add this folder called image here. Before we need to compress those images. In, so since this is the name of this, blah blah blah, back, and we're going to append is the, okay, to indicate the build tool that this is the folder that it should look. Okay, hey build tool, I want you to look up for this image. And you say, hey, is this the image? And to me it's like, yeah, completely. But because this is a growth element, so taking all the available space. So in fact, it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. But the problem with this approach is we actually don't want that. Okay? We actually don't want that. At least not as a flex. At least not as a flex. But it will take all the available space in there. Yeah, but it will take all the available space in there. Exactly. So the server is doing what it's supposed to do, which is take all the available space. As it should do. Alright. But in this case, I just want that image not to be that long. Right? Just want that image not to be that long. Okay. It's because it will get that huge image from that. So what you can do is just set a proper, this is from image, setting the list image, basic image, background image, using custom background now, image are block level, responsive design. So you provide a height for that, meaning something like this. Mhm. Unless I say, hey, this is an absolute element. So yeah, this is an absolute element. But this is an absolute element. Okay. Hmm. And then you have to translate that element, or in this case, to transform that element. Mm, exactly. You translate that element in it. Hmm. Of course, but here is because the element is being cut off. The element is being cut off. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Or you, instead of doing this, you say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to put this image straightforward into this element. So instead of that, you know what? I'm going to put is this as an absolute element. And then going to transform that element. You're going to use translate to translate that element minus 25% minus 25%, or something like this, 50 and 50%, while making the image, of course, with 50% for that. But the resize still in there. I just want to stick that image in there and then move. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, so I'm telling here is the browser. Hey, I just want to put this image here. You know what? Yeah, put this image here. Make this image sticky here. Okay. Make this image stick here, and make this element position relative. Mm, you say it's like, hey, margin right minus 50%. Mm-hmm. Okay, and because we're using this object fit, object fit. Okay, okay, that's what happened. That's what happened. Hmm. Yes, because we have this object fit. So relative in this class here, which is image. Um, you can say absolute, but no, you can't add these kind of things that actually are required for this. So let's going to get rid of this and say image header. Okay, image header here, which is right below the style. It would like to be the style scope. And here you're gonna say is image header, something like this. Because we're using is the curly brackets. There you got it. Okay. So now when we reload this element and we apply that style, it say, hey, no, I cannot apply this. Okay, but Okay. Hmm. Mm-hmm. The max width for that. We're telling is the browser here. Hey, I would like you to please render this element here, and this is the content here. You're gonna display this element. So why you're not displaying is this element? That's to me something possible. So object feed contain. Okay, you're not even showing the element. Am I missing something? It's not assigning the proper width for this. Why? Okay. Okay. So now things are starting to uh, make more sense. So what I can do here is now shift that a little bit more. So what I can do here is now shift that a little bit more of something like this. Okay. So in the x-axis, translate a little bit more. So in the x-axis, translate a little bit more, and on the y-axis, okay, that's gray. That's great, by the way. So what I can do here is now is indicate to some sort of chat GPT or any tool out there to actually cut that. So let me here now scrap for tools. So AI, SVG, vector, vectorize image, online image vectorizer. Or remove background, which is this. So you say remove background image, or yeah, remove background AI tool, image background removal. That's right. Holy hell. Um, Creepy and scary. I must admit, I'm scared. Yep, yep, totally. Where's the image that I already downloaded? Which is this. Okay, original and remove background. Holy hell. That's right. Mm, Interesting. Background remove AI GitHub. These background removal. There you got it. RAM background remove. Okay. Mm, to remove image background. Mm, uses a CLI. Okay. Uses a library. No, it's a CLI. It's a CLI. Mm, but I think it's this. Interesting. Mm-hmm. Easy.
Hi, and welcome back to the channel. And this video says it can be useful for finding and extracting the animal, if you're in photography, which is quite common on a scan. We see that we can add, so real quickly, how does this actually work? Well, it's built in, it's from this library in Python called machine learning models. Usually you have to fine tune them to do what you want to do, but the fact that this can work on cars, people, animals, archival documents, newspapers, medieval manuscripts is pretty powerful and quite amazing. So every pixel in that input image is relevant or irrelevant, so a 0 or a 1 are actually extracted. We can see that that's actually happening by seeing these little fuzzy borders because it doesn't know exactly what to do with them. And that's not the model's fault. This is something it wasn't really meant to do. And like what's actually done in code. You can also do it in version, which we'll see right here, is actually the easiest way to implement it. So I've got everything kind of saved up for us already so that we can kind of take a look at what's happening. So all we're going to need is an input image, and essentially what I've done here is I've replaced as we open up as bytes, so our, and then we
Holy
output it.
hell.
We kind of keep on going down background, have an image that background
Okay.
that by move all the back, you just run streamline
Okay.
run home.
Okay, that's the next thing I'm gonna do, right? That's the next thing I'm gonna do. So that'll be all for this video. Take care. Bye bye.